Hey everybody, just doing a quick recap video of my trades today. They were pretty impeccable, so I just wanted to go over them and go over the thought process I had while I was taking the trades while it's still fresh in my mind. I'm pretty tired because day trading can be really stressful and take a lot of mental energy, as I'm sure many of you know. Especially when you're in like big contracts at over $1,000 a piece. They can move hundreds of dollars in seconds, literally. So today, a great setup I've been watching for happened on the Nasdaq on the QQQ. But before we even talk about that, let's just talk about the setup that I saw on Amazon. Um, so first of all, yesterday I got into an Amazon put at the break of 2400 yesterday around 2ish, and I just saw that the market was very weak. I actually got in around, I think it actually must have been around 115 then, because I had seen the market tanking and I was actually down $500 on the day here. And I got out of all my calls. I kept getting screwed on NASDAQ calls and AMD calls as well. So I got out of all of them right around 115, and I switched to Amazon puts. 115. So right around here, or actually it must have been around 23.99 here. And I just decided to leave that trade on. I didn't even watch it too much. I put the put that I bought was the 2300 put for next week. So I just figured that the range was around 2400 to 2300. So I really figured that it would go down to that range, and it would become a profitable trade. So I thought it was well priced, and Amazon was just overvalued, or not overvalued, overextended on the daily chart. Amazon was almost 3 standard deviations from its mean, so it was really overvalued here. So I shorted Amazon back here at 115 after losing money. I was down 500. I ended the day like up 1,000 or so. I got out of those positions this morning as I seen some buying pressure come in, and I was able to get out for $300 of loss right from the start. So I think I was up maybe 1,500 yesterday, and then I lost 300 of that this morning, and I was down 300. I got out of that. So once Amazon stopped moving up, and I found that the Nasdaq also found resistance right around the 224.70 level, I decided it was time to go bearish. So basically, I just decided to wait out the morning and see what happened around 11 o'clock, because I figured that there might be some clear setups coming in around 11 for what the market was going to do today, whether it was going to rage higher or reverse. So I got my entry on Amazon from the break of this 2397 level, or well, it was the break of 2400 that got me into this trade. So I seen the weakness in the Nasdaq here. So it broke down, and it broke back down all the way into this 223.55 support level. It broke just a little under it. So it had really broken down on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. It was kind of looking like it was going to come down some more. And you had the 9 EMA crossover with the 21 on the 1 minute. On the 5 minute, it's just crossing under the 9 EMA. So I mean that's not very bearish yet, but that's okay. So then on Amazon, it was right at the 9 EMA, which I guess was kind of risky once I had noticed that, because I believe I was looking at the 1 minute, which I don't like to trade off of. I got this trade off the 1 hour, and I just use the 1 minute for like entries and to see what's happening on a micro scale, really. So I entered this trade at the break of 2400, and my first exit was right at the trend line support level here. So we got the support, this trend line that we've been upholding for a while. And so once we broke that, once we hit that level, that's when I exited the first put. And once we broke under 220, which I've been talking about in my older videos, the 220 level on the QQQ. Once we broke below that, I entered into another put, separate put on Amazon, because we really broke through 220 and it followed through all the way down to almost 219.5. So I just really expected it to really be able to catapult down from here. So basically I entered here and I was just watching to see if it would break there, break over 220 with vigor. I knew that the market would break down after breaking under this level because it broke this trend line, which took a lot of selling pressure to do, and then it broke this major support as well. So, for there to be enough selling pressure to break both the trend line and the major support level at 220, both psychological and you can see like it holds up here as well. So it's 220 is a big number for the market. Like it's gonna try and not it's gonna try to use that as like a support or resistance just because it's a nice clean number. If you go back here, you can see it's been a major resistance support level in the past. So breaking 220 and breaking out of the trend was very bearish, plus all the volume of selling yesterday. So I re-entered into a put after we broke that 220, and around noon we almost hit my price target, which I created using a measured move. Basically I just said, this level right here, 227.5, to this level, which was the first move, which was about 8 points. You could say maybe even, 222 would be the move, so 6 points. So 6 to 8 points, I said, was the measured move from there to there. So then I expected that same move to come from this level. So the measured move was 6 to 8 points under that, which is, actually I believe I used 224 for the measured move. So 6 would be 218 and 8 points would be 216. So my goal is between 218 and 216. So, when I got down to 217, I was already looking at selling. And I knew that the afternoon hour was coming for like lunch hour, so I knew the trend could change because that happens, and steam kind of runs out around noon usually, and then maybe there's like a new trend 2 to 3. So I was basically mentally tapped out for 1, and for 2 I knew the first half of the day was over, which is where big moves happen. So I got out of that put down here. And yes, I use the NASDAQ to trade the Amazon. So where I exited was right here on Amazon. So, you got entry 1, exit 1, entry 2, exit 2. And then for QQQ, you got entry. This is what I use for the Amazon trade, is entry 1, exit 1, entry 2, exit 2. Alright, so I'm sorry that this video is so long. I just really wanted to go over what I was thinking and what happened for this trade. If you liked the video, leave a like or a comment, and thanks for watching.